it's Charlene here and welcome to my channel. So as you can see, I don't have any makeup on right now. I only have my moisturizer and my sunscreen, and it's because we are reviewing a foundation today, which is the Dior Forever Natural Nude. I'm using the shade 1N. I have used this for probably more than a month now, but not every day. It's just whenever I would go out, I would be using this. I'm not doing a first impression video. It's just a review, and I just wanted to show you guys how I apply it on my face, what it looks like, how long it lasts, and what my opinions are. So let's go ahead and try this foundation. So what I currently have on my face is just my moisturizer and my sunscreen and nothing else. I'm not using a primer. I am just going to directly apply this on my skin. Okay, so I'm just gonna put the pump here. I'm just gonna apply one pump, and that's what I'm going to use on my face. So on this right side of my face, I will be using a sponge. This is my Real Technique sponge, and just spread it like this. If you see me looking down, I'm just looking in the mirror. So this is a damp sponge, by the way, but sometimes what I like to do is just use my fingers and then just use a dry sponge to just make sure that everything's set, and I actually like it that way as well. I'm just getting more product for my forehead. I would say that this foundation's got light to medium coverage. I never really get a full coverage from this foundation unless I use a brush and then a dry sponge to make sure that everything's set onto my skin. I also have a really big acne mark on this right cheek. That was from when I was pregnant. I had everything going on with my hormones, and I just had like a really big acne there, and I had to be on antibiotics to get rid of that. But it left a big scar over there, so I'm still trying to figure out how to like get rid of that. But I'm trying to cover it with foundation and concealer whenever I'm going out. So as you can see, this foundation did not really cover that big mark there. So that's one layer. It's perfect for a natural look because it's not super thick on your skin. It doesn't look like you put a lot of makeup on, but it reduced the redness on my cheek, as you can see, and also on my nose and my chin. So now what I'm gonna do is use a brush, and this is the Dior number 11 brush. And then I'm gonna apply foundation on this side with a brush just so you can see the difference. So I'm gonna need more foundation, so I'll put more. So this is this side, my left side, which is probably going to be the right side on your screen. So this is the left side with a brush and the right side with a sponge. I don't know, what do you think? I feel like with a brush you definitely use less product and you get more coverage, but you might have some marks from the brush on your face. That's why I like using a dry sponge afterwards, just to dab it onto my skin and make sure that everything is set properly. And I don't like using a damp sponge when I do that because it takes the product from my skin and it goes onto the sponge. With the dry sponge, it seems to be better when you're just setting it rather than a damp one because it takes more product, if it makes sense. I'm gonna give you guys a closer look just so you can see the difference between the sponge side and the brush side without setting it with anything. Again, this is the right side with the sponge, and this is the left side with the brush. So as you can see on the right side, it looks more natural, and on the left side, it makes it look drier, which is why I always do the second step with a sponge. So what I'm gonna do now is apply a second layer. I'm just gonna be using the sponge on my whole face just to keep it even. I still have some product here. I'm gonna use that to add more coverage, especially on my cheeks, because that's where I have a lot of redness. Okay, so I have just added more product on my face, but I wouldn't say it's a full layer because I only used whatever was left on here, and that was just a half pump. That wasn't a full pump, so I've used 1.5 pump on my whole face, and that was with the brush side and the sponge side, and then the other layer that I added onto my cheek area. And this is what it currently looks like. I'm just gonna do the rest of my makeup, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like, and maybe towards the end of the day I'll give you guys another update on how my skin looks with the foundation. Okay, so I have done my makeup. I don't really put a lot of makeup on, especially on a daily basis. So I just added mascara. I use a brow gel. I'm not really good at making my eyebrows even, so I just use a brow gel. And then I added a little bit of contour just to add shadows on my face, and some blush, and of course my lipstick. And I think that, oh no, I covered my acne scar with a concealer as well. I did not set my foundation. I didn't use any powder. I didn't use any spray because I think this foundation is already pricey enough for it to, you know, you would expect it to work really good. Anyway, let's talk about the foundation quickly. I got this foundation from Sephora, and I got it for $98. It's got a lot of shades, guys. It's 30 ml, and it's got so many shades that you can choose from. It goes from really light to really dark, so that is a plus because they've got a huge range of shades. And let me read to you as well what they claim on their ad, because I remember the lady from Sephora recommended this product to me because I have really dry and sensitive skin, and recently I found out that my skin is also acne prone. So that's what I mentioned to her, and she recommended this foundation. She said that Dior foundations got more skincare ingredients than makeup, so that's what she recommended to me, and she claims that this will help my skin, which I think it does. As I've said earlier, I've been using it for more than a month, and it hasn't made my skin react in a bad way. And I actually get compliments when I wear this foundation because they're saying that my skin is actually glowing, and I guess it hides the redness as well. Not as perfectly, but it hides it enough that it makes my skin look more naturally even, if that makes sense. On Sephora's site, it says that the skin type that they recommend for this foundation is combination dry, normal, or oily. The finish is natural, coverage is sheer, so it's not full coverage, and the formulation is obviously liquid. So it says what it is. Dior Forever Foundation has reinvented the natural complexion with natural nude 24-hour perfection with a nude skin sensation thanks to its formula enriched with 96% ingredients of natural origin and concentrated floral skincare. What it does: fresh and lightweight, the texture of Dior Forever Natural Nude Foundation achieves a natural and luminous finish with no mask-like effect, allowing the skin to breathe from morning to night. Your complexion is flawlessly even for 24 hours non-stop, and your skin is hydrated and radiant as if plumped. And I do agree with that description. It doesn't make my skin dry. As I've said, I've got dry skin, and when I use other foundation on my face, even though they claim that they're for dry skin, I would still see patches and like cracks whenever I apply them, especially with a powder. So with this one, so far I have not encountered that, and that's what I'm gonna try and show you by the end of the day. I'm gonna try and show you what it looks like on my face after wearing it for several hours. But as of now, this is what it currently looks like. Definitely not a full coverage, but I like that it makes my skin look natural. So it's currently 4:11. I'll see you guys in a few hours just to give you an update. Okay guys, it is now 9:40. I have been wearing this since, what time was that? About 4:30 I think. I can't remember. But yeah, I've been wearing it for like 4 or 5 hours, and this is what it currently looks like. I didn't go out of the house, but it's still like my normal hectic afternoon with my 1-year-old. I was playing with her and I gave her a bath, and you know, she was crying at some point and like rubbing her face on my face, and it's pretty hot today as well. I don't know if you can see on the camera. Oh, there you go. It is a little bit shiny everywhere. I think it's part of it because it's supposed to have like dewy finish. So this one is not matte. And from memory, what the Sephora lady told me is that this will give me, you know, that Korean skin that we see when we're watching K-dramas. Like, they're very glowy. So that's the finish of this product. And that's exactly what you can see on my skin right now. If you feel that you want to modify it a little bit, on some days I do have that feeling like whenever we would go out and it's super hot outside, I want to make it more like matte. I just add a little bit of loose powder, like the translucent powder, on the areas that I want to modify, like my T-zone, smile lines there, what do you call that? But yeah, if you want to modify it a little bit, you've got that option to just apply some powder either straight after applying your like makeup, or a few hours after applying it. If you feel that you're getting too shiny, then you can just add a little bit of the powder. But for me, this is my preference. I didn't retouch anything. This was how I left it earlier today at 4:30ish, and I didn't reapply anything on my face. The lipstick is still there because this is the Maybelline lipstick, which I'm going to be reviewing as well soon on my channel. So it's very long lasting. I drank some water, I had some snacks, and it's still there. It's pretty good. So I'm gonna give you guys a closer look just so you can see what it looks like. Like, not that someone's gonna be looking at you straight like that, like super close, but just in case you want to see. So I really like that this foundation doesn't give me a lot of lines there on my wrinkles. And my nose, my cheeks, and my chin. So it's not perfect. It's not the same way as I left it when I just applied my makeup, but I still think that it's still pretty good. I've had some foundations before, within the 3-hour mark, it's just really faded on my red areas, like my cheeks and my nose and the chin. This one has done pretty well. I would have worn this foundation for a bit longer just for the sake of this video, but my baby, I don't know if you can hear her, but my baby has been really sleepy now, and she sleeps in this room. And once she's here sleeping, we've got the lights off, we've got the sound machine on, the white noise machine, so it's gonna be really loud and dark, so I won't be able to record my outro. That's why I decided to end it here now. But yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video and that you found this video helpful. If you did, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please consider subscribing. If you do have any requests for my upcoming YouTube videos, just please leave a comment down below, and I hope to see you all on my next one. Bye!